Hi and welcome to my channel again, Minna Chapters by Sara. So যেটা আমি বলেছিলাম যে আমি আজকে একটা ভিডিও দিতে যাচ্ছি which is not going to be just a video but also a very you know something which is very concerning, and it's going to be an awareness video, সতর্কতামূলক একটা ভিডিও। কারণ এটা স্যাডলি অ্যাজ এ ফিমেল আমার মহিলা হিসাবে এটা মনে হয়, এবং শুধু মহিলা না, একজন দেশের নাগরিক হিসেবে মনে হয় যে দেশের যত ঘৃণ্য ক্রাইমগুলো হয়ে থাকে স্যাডলি অ্যান্ড মোস্টলি সেটা মেয়েদের সঙ্গেই হয়ে থাকে। তো এই ঘটনাটা আমার রুম পার্টনারের সঙ্গে হয় না, হতে যাচ্ছিল। কি হয় আমি বলছি, আই এম কামিং টু দ্যাট। তো সিন্স it's an awareness video, so mostly in order to make people understand who belong to different communities, English, I'm gonna say it in English mostly. So let's start the video. So the incident happened on 1st of November 2025. So my roommate, I'm not gonna take her name, uh, she belongs to the geography department of our college, and since I live with her I know how hectic her schedule is. So I was in my hometown enjoying the puja holiday, and I had no idea. She called me later and told me all of this because and her voice was like, she was completely shaken after that. So what happened was, she had to come to Darjeeling urgently because she had an internal exam after that day, like 2nd or 3rd November, I don't remember. So she had an internal exam and she had to come to Darjeeling. It was mandatory for her. So as you all know, and people who have visited Darjeeling know that you get jeep direct, like jeep from Shiliguri to Darjeeling. So she took a jeep, and first thing that she noticed about the driver was the driver was being over friendly. So she ignored the behavior because he was not being disrespectful, but he was like over friendly, talking things which are not, like, you know irrelevant topics and all. So she ignored the fact that he's being over friendly, and there were other passengers too, so that was like okay. So when she took the jeep, it was 3 p.m. It was 3 o'clock. So when she reached, as you all know, in winter, especially in a place like Darjeeling, it's already dark by 5:30 and 5:45. Everything was fine until the all the other passengers got down because they had already reached to the destination, and the driver asked her where does she live and where does she want to go. So she said, I live, I live near, like, there is a place in Darjeeling called the Singtam Fatak. So she said that I live near Singtam Fatak. So he said, oh, it's raining outside. It was actually raining outside, which is quite strange in Darjeeling because it doesn't rain in winter time, but it was at that day, unfortunately. So she said, I live near Singtam Fatak. So the driver said, okay, I also live there, so I will, take you there. There is no problem. I'll not charge any extra money for that. So she said, okay. Since it was raining outside and she had like luggage and all, bags and all. So she said yes. And the driver was taking her to the Singtam Fort. But the thing that she noticed, the problem, there were no problem till then. But the problem started when the driver, let me tell you something for make you understand. In the exact opposite of our college there is a multi-level car parking. Whenever you are in hills and whenever in Darjeeling, you will see a lot of multi-level car parkings. So there is a multi-level car parking just in the exact opposite side of our college. So when while the driver was coming, she noticed that the driver was behaving strangely, like, talking too much and doing all these things. So she was ignoring them because all she had to do is that get down on the Sindham Fatak and then pay the driver and then leave. So it has nothing to do with what the driver is like. But the problem started when The driver suddenly stopped the car in front of the multi-level car parking, and remember, in that area it was already 6 o'clock, almost 6 o'clock. There were nobody, not even a dog. It was raining cats and dogs. It was raining torrentially outside, and she was sitting inside the car alone, and the driver suddenly stopped the car in front of the multi-level car parking, and she asked the bhaiya, why did you stop the car, what's the problem? He said, no, I have to, like, take the car inside car parking and pay somebody, and then we will come back. So she said, no, I'm not gonna go there. Why, like, are you going there? You should have told me earlier, no? So driver said, no, I just want to pay somebody. So there is no problem. I want to pay my friend, and then I will take you there. So there was something about his behavior, and there was something about his. First of all, though, let me tell you, it was already 6 o'clock. It was raining outside torrentially, and she was alone there, and it's her first time experience being completely alone in that city without any friends, because all of our friends, we all belong to the English department except her, because she belongs to the geography department. It was first time experience for her. So she was being nervous, and already her mind was saying, no, 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 something is wrong, something is wrong. Get down. So in her mind, she could feel, or the sixth sense, or the intuition, whatever you say, was saying, no, there is something which is horribly wrong. She said, no, I wanna leave. I have my own umbrella, so give me my luggage, let me pay you, and then do whatever you want. I'm not gonna go with you inside the car parking, because it's not safe. And just think about, just imagine yourself in that situation. You are alone in a car. It's first time experience for you. It's raining outside, and the driver is behaving strangely, quite strangely. So the driver said, no, 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 you don't have to get down from the car, because that's like a small thing that I want to do. So she said, no, give me my luggage, let me pay you, I have my own umbrella, so you don't have to help me, I can go. So the driver somehow, by seeing her reaction, got nervous, and gave her all the luggages, and then she paid, and then she left. She was shaking, because as like I said, it was like first time experience for her. And the driver was quite, like she said, was behaving quite strangely. So the when she said that, I'm gonna leave, give me my luggage, let me I'll pay, and then I'll leave. So the driver got, like, got he gave a very weird reaction, like a reaction when somebody is gets caught red-handed, and, like, so that was his reaction. So he said, okay, pay me and then leave. So she paid him, and then she left. She was fortunate enough to call her friend, who was already there. He was the only one friend who was already there. All of us were, enjoying our holiday. So she called him, and she said, there is something which is happening to me, and, be don't cut the call. From our college, you have to walk 1.5 kilometer to reach in our rent. So she had to walk that she had to walk alone, and she reached in our rent, and it was already 6:30 or something, with all those luggages and all. And she couldn't, because at that time she couldn't, like, believe that it is happening to her. And the driver surely didn't have any good intention. People are going to tell me that the driver didn't say anything offensive. What did he do? She was overthinking. No, she was not. So let's not judge people, and that's what happened to her. And the driver surely didn't have any good intentions. Surely not. The behavior, the reactions, the everything was so weird. And as a female, when I think myself in her place, I sometimes think, what if she didn't get down at that time? What if it could have been anything? He could have done anything to her. Surely, 100%, there are no damn chance that he had a good intention. No, he was behaving quite strangely. He was talking quite strangely, and his reactions were clearly saying that he's not happy that she's leaving, and he could have chased her. He didn't. She was fortunate enough to call her friend, like I said, and he was he was also helpful enough and he was also kind enough. But the thing is, as a female, I wanna say to all the other females who are watching this video, please try to carry a pepper spray. And especially when you are traveling in a place, or especially when you are in a place which is deserted, like hilly areas, especially like Darjeeling and all. People in Darjeeling or in hilly areas, what they do is they sleep by 7:30 or 8 p.m. and then they wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning. The place that she was in front of our college, the multi-level car parking, the whole area is very, you know, very deserted. The whole area there are not so many houses, there are not so many residential areas. At that place there are only our college. And secondly, the thing that I want to tell you, that places which are usually very crowded, like schools, colleges, airports, shopping malls and all, places which are meant to be crowded where lots of people come and go, notice one thing: when those places are completely empty, that's the most horrible thing ever. So she was facing all of this in front of a college which is completely dark, and there was dim light that was there in our college. So the whole scenario was very horrible. It could have been anything. He could have done anything to her, and clearly he didn't have any good intentions. Like I said. So, and all the female who are watching this, try to note down the number of the car. She couldn't do it because couldn't believe, and at that time she was shaking. It's first time experience for her. I think it's high time that we should take the responsibilities in our own hand. We should think about our own safety. Share your location with somebody who you know, and that's it. Be careful. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and share it as much as you can, because that's the thing that happened to her. But there are many things, there are much more horrible things that could have happened to her but didn't, because she used her sixth sense. She was intelligent enough to leave, to get down from the car. But you know for the tourist, for the female who have come lately in Darjeeling to live here, to live here or to study here, please take notes, and please you know try not to take any car which has no other passengers. So that's it for today's videos. Thank you for watching. Bye bye and take care.